This conference will now be recorded.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Take a look at the agenda. I don't think there's any changes to it, so I take a motion to approve the agenda as written.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's take a look at the regular meeting minutes from 4/18. Review and see.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from 4/18.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Accounts payable, Bob.
There was a couple of them I just wanted to highlight. The first one was 80223. That was for the new loader that we finally received for $116,127.64. The second one is 80226 for Schumacher Excavating, which is pay request number 2 for $112,749.87. And I believe that is the one that we are is on our agenda to approve later in the meeting. Everything else seemed normal. If there's any questions? Otherwise, I'll make a motion to approve the accounts payable for $278,436.94.
I'll second that.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Accounts payable passes. There's any public comments? I don't believe so, because there's nobody here, but if there are any, you can say those now, but keep your remarks to 5 minutes. Any public comments? I will close the public comment portion and move on to 8A, new business. 2024 East 9th Street Improvements Professional Services Agreement, Amendment Number 1.
We'll have Scott speak to that one.
Scott.
All right, thank you. So yes, I'm here to present amendment number 1 to the 9th Street reconstruction project. To date, we've got a agreement together to put together a feasibility report and some assessment things for the project. This amendment would allow us to continue with the project, to design the project, bring it through the bidding, and then also through the construction of it. So kind of here to answer any questions. This is just progressing the project past the feasibility standpoint, now getting into design.
Anybody have any questions for Scott?
So last week or last meeting, we voted on just the feasibility study, not your portion of it to go ahead to continue with it. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. And so the feasibility study panned out, I take it? Or?
Yes. Yep. So with that feasibility study, it's practical from an engineering standpoint. And then at the last week's meeting, the recommendation was to move forward into the assessment process. So we're going to be working hand in hand with that. This will allow us to put together final plans. And then at the next meeting, May 16th, that's when we have our first of 2 assessment hearings. That one will allow people to come in and I guess speak their mind about whether we continue on with this project and bid it, or if we kind of end it at that point. And then there will be another assessment hearing after bids are back. So yes.
Okay, so Scott, the first one here,
Mhm.
like next week or the next meeting.
Yep.
And that's when, so say I live on that section, I
Yep.
could come in and say whether or not if we feel it's a fair assessment Is that what they're coming to voice, or just that they don't want to be assessed or assessed?
So it's called the improvement of, called the public improvement hearing. So that allows them to kind of, well, to speak whether or not they're for or against the project. There is in the meeting, we're saying, here's the general, here's what you're going to get assessed based on our estimate. And then if it moves forward, we will put together final plans, get a contract board, bid it, and then we will have a final assessment hearing that says, here's the actual amount that you're assessed. So really, kind of everything really does pander on next council meeting. You know, if you're going forward with it, you're going to go forward and bid it. Then the final one's just kind of more of a, it's not a technicality, but at that point, you're already moving forward. You're about to award a project, and they can contest the assessment amount. So this next meeting is whether or not they're for the project. The second one's whether or not they have any arguments against the assessment amount.
Any other questions? If not, I take a motion to approve the professional services agreement amendment number 1 for East 9th Street improvements.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Let's look at 8B, Resolution 2024-13, accepting donations, for the Gary Schroeder Memorial.
Yes, thank you. I'll take that one. We're very happy to be able to be moving forward with this. Finally got the design ready to go, and we're ready to roll on it. We worked with Matt. Thank you to Matt for helping us out with how a city can accept dollars for something like this. So we're proposing this resolution to accept dollars donated for this purpose. You know, you can read the resolution. That's what it says. Accept dollars for the Schroeder Jr. Memorial, and you know, we'll also adopt a secondary resolution once we're done, once we've got all the donations, which will state, we have to state the donations that came in. And we'll also provide, and Kim can speak to this, kind of a receipt or a statement of donation. In my memo, I had said cash or electronic means. Of course, check, cash, electronic means we'll be able to accept any of those. We've got a process in place for accepting electronic donations as well.
Now, this is a roll call vote, Brian. Can Todd vote on it, being remote?
Nope, I don't think he's on even, actually.
Oh, he isn't. Okay. Never mind then. I will, anybody want to make a motion to approve resolution 2024-13?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay. We'll do a roll call vote. Kevin?
Yes.
Joan?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Me, aye. And Todd's not here. So-
Can I jump in with just a little bit more? We'll also roll this out on our website, social media, newspaper in the coming weeks. Here we have we'll get the plan out there, you know, and where you can donate, and that'll roll out here real soon.
So that motion passed, and we can move on to 8C, Millen 6, pay request number 2.
Yes, thank you. So kind of like Jefferson Drive last year, we've been putting monthly pay requests together for the project. We tally up the things that they've done on this long, extensive spreadsheet, and then we give a recommendation on what should be paid. So nothing out of the ordinary here. I would like to point out on the very bottom of it, there is a change order. There was one storm sewer structure at the bottom end of the project where they were tying in some large diameter pipes in there. That storm structure had to get upsized in order to accommodate those pipes. So that change order is also attached to this pay request, but yeah, I'm here to answer any questions, recommend for approval.
That change order from 48 to 72, was that something unforeseen or just?
So that was something that, at the very bottom of the project where all the pipes come in together, we originally had a smaller manhole in there as the design was going on, and we were upsizing the pipe that actually leads out of there, planning for the future. That got upsized. So that was a miss on my part, but that manhole you would have had to upsize either way in order to accommodate the pipe. So that's what that cost is.
Anyone want to make a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion to approve pay request number 2.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. See reports, I guess. Who wants to go first, Matt? Brian?
You want Matt or Brian?
I know what Matt will say.
I know, that's okay. Just want to remind everyone we have a work session on May 8th, 5:30 p.m. We might go a little bit longer on that one. I might try and keep you guys a little longer. I know Todd always promises an hour and a half, but we'll see where we can get to. We've got a few things to discuss there. More to come on that. And then just a thank you to the mayor and council for allowing me to attend the Minnesota City County Management Association annual conference. We've got some really good speakers. We had a keynote speaker yesterday about well-being, how to sustain a healthy mind, mood, and heart in chaotic times. Then another one about the art of persuasion, storytelling for effective advocacy, which was really good. And then this afternoon we had conscious inclusion at work, which was very good as well. Brings up a lot of good things to think about, and so anyway, just a lot of good learning going on up here. That's it.
That's it, Brian? Okay. Now, Matt. Chief.
Just letting the council know, I did hear from the Dodge dealer, so we should anticipate that new Durango showing up in the next few weeks. It's in transit, so that's what I was told today. And I was prompted by EATI, who said we have a slot coming open if you can get it in. So we're kind of hopeful that that'll tie in together really well. So, because it's really difficult getting cars in for the outfitting now. I know EATI's biggest competitor is a year out. So, and EATI is really busy too, but they're going to do what they can to help us. So that's all I got.
Kurt?
Yeah, the EDA was approached in our April meeting by Roxanne Barsh, representing the Zumbrota Area Arts Council. And they're looking for GAD funding to start a remodel of the lobby at the State Theater. The EDA Finance Committee had a meeting and agreed to the following. They agreed to a $20,000 grant, as well as a $30,000 loan at 1% interest rate. The interest will be forgivable if the loan's paid off in 12 months. The EDA voted unanimously to support this financial venture. And so we're pretty happy to help out the theater when they need it. So they'll start construction on the lobby of the theater and pretty soon. That's what I got from EDA.
Is that all?
That's it, sorry.
James?
Nothing tonight, acting. Thank you.
Kim?
Just reminding that we'll have a little review session. We'll have a little review session on the electronic bill review, so we'll have to log in and we'll get you going.
I have no idea.
Yep, we'll just go through it again. It's always good to learn.
Mike?
Mr. Stapleton, from the principal from the school, had reached out to me, and we put together a community project for the 9th graders because of the MCAs going on. The 9th graders did not participate in that, so we did a community project out in the park, and they picked up and raked sticks, and they did a really good job. So I just wanted to make sure I thanked them again for that. It was a nice project to put together. That's all I have.
Anybody else? If not, oh, I haven't asked you guys yet. Kevin, sorry.
I have one thing here. As I find it again. One thing to draw attention to is that the EMS week will be recognized with an open house at the Zumbrota Area Ambulance on Sunday, May 19th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And their fundraiser has already kicked off with their mailings.
Nothing?
I don't have. So, I wish I had a gavel, meeting adjourned.